Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. And with the holiday season slowly unfolding, global markets will likely appear somewhat thinner into Tuesday and by Christmas Eve likely to be somewhat muted. But before that being said though, we can see that the Aussie is gaining momentum and if so continues on towards 66.5 to maybe 67 cents as a potential target. And there is much talk into next year of 68 to 70 cents. But overall, one step at a time. Let's see how this picks up into today's session. With any pullback likely to be supportive around 65.5 to 65.70. Turning to euro after the whipsaw price action, gravestone doji, the market is finding somewhat pause in the decline. And if this pattern holds, we could see a recovery back towards 117.65 and that rejection area around 118.2040 still remains in focus. And with any pullback still likely to find support around 116.5 to 117. As widely expected, the Bank of Japan's hiked rates on Friday by 25 basis points to 0.75%. But from the hike, the move came with clear guidance that the real rates will remain negative and policy accommodative, reinforcing downside pressure on the yen. That's why we can see here we've got a Marubozu candle, but good resistance around 158, like previously seen here in November. Let's see if we do find a bit of a profit taking coming back and even possibly a bull trap. And if so, could see a pullback to around 155.5. Sterling also a little bit to see a possible regain in momentum and looking up towards 134.15 to 134.65 to 135. I like the way this market is set up, especially with the RSI rejected previously and appears to again with any weakness likely to find support around 133.5. Commodities, well, gold is powering on with silver reaching an all-time high of $67 an ounce. And we can see here that gold is pressuring this topside rejection here that was in October. But I feel there is a possible break to the upside that could eventually deliver us 4,400 or even 4,500. We've got a trend from the ADX overbought RSI, but that's still in the past as reflected as something not to be too concerned about. The trend is holding strongly here, especially from the broader trend line. So let's see if we can get a further break to the upside, as I feel there is likely to be again another rally brewing. Wrapping up with oil, well, picking up a little bit this morning, that could see a further rally onto $58 a barrel. I like the way that technically it's structured itself now in a prime position for the rally. Let's see if it eventuates. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoyed a great start to the new week.